Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. For this video, I figured I would do a makeup routine using foundation. I'm not saying that you have to use foundation every day because I personally don't even use foundation on a regular basis. I use foundation when I have events, or if I've got a party, or if I just want a little bit more coverage. And it really depends on you, whether you want to use full coverage or if you want to use tinted moisturizers. It's really based on preference. For me, for this look today, I did use a full coverage foundation, but I sheared it out. So if you want to know how to get this look, please keep watching. Okay guys, so the first step is of course to tie my hair to get all of it away from my face for this makeup look. We're going to be using the BECCA Backlight Priming Filter. I love this stuff. It's very glowy, keeps your makeup on all day, and it helps sheer out the more matte and full coverage foundations. So just blend that in all over my face and the extra down my neck. Now we're going to move on to lip balm, and I'm going to use my favorite Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream. Super hydrating. It's great for prepping the lips before you put on lipstick so that at the end of my makeup look, my lipstick will glide on seamlessly. For foundation, I'm going to be using my favorite. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. I'm in the shade Y365. I don't know why Makeup Forever doesn't have fun names for their makeup products. 2 pumps of this foundation. Spread it all over my face, cheeks, chin, nose, forehead as well. Look a little scary. I know 2 pumps seems like a lot, but we're gonna be blending it out with a sponge, so things are gonna sheer out, I promise. For blending, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I love this. I used to be obsessed with the Beauty Blender, but it's super expensive. I figured it's not really worth the money if you have to buy it every 3 months, whereas this Real Techniques one is so much cheaper, and it works just the same actually. I find that this blends so much better than the Beauty Blender, which is odd if you think about it, because the Beauty Blender is so much more expensive. But I really like the finish that this gives my skin. It's really important to dampen this sponge, so what I like to do is I go to the sink, I turn on the faucet, and then I just run this through it, and then I wring it out. The damper it is, the more luminous and sheer the coverage becomes when you press it into your face. So I'm just pressing all of that foundation into my face and down my neck. It's very important to blend your makeup down to your neck, guys. You don't want your face to be a different color from your body. I love using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for dark circles. This concealer is fantastic. If you can get your hands on it, I suggest you guys give it a try. I'm in the shade Light Pale. I'm gonna do the Kim Kardashian concealer highlight trick, which is basically just an inverted triangle. I know it looks weird, but it's really effective. Kim K knows what she's doing, guys. Press it into the skin. Despite me using a full coverage foundation and a concealer on top, my skin is still showing through, and that's because I used the BECCA Backlight Priming Filter as well as this sponge. I want to make sure that my makeup looks natural. I'm gonna blend the concealer under my eyes and a little bit on my eyelids as well. Of course, I'm gonna set the concealer under my eyes because I don't want it to crease. I'm gonna use just some Johnson & Johnson's baby powder. I can get away with this because I'm quite pale. Actually, I'm, as they say, cutest bond paper. But if you've got a darker skin tone, you might want to try translucent powder just to set that in place. For the rest of my face, I'm going to powder with my Makeup Forever HD High Definition Translucent Powder. Now that we've set everything down, it's time to bring some dimension back into my face, and for that, I'm going to use contour, blush, and highlight. Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This stuff's really pigmented, guys, so a little goes a long way. I only use the lightest shade. Tap the brush for any excess powder before I use it. Suck in my cheeks and do my contour. To start with my cheekbone, work on my temple and down my jawline. And of course, down my neck. Again, you want to blend everything down to your neck. I also like to put a little bit of contour on my nose just to make it look a little bit smaller. The Estee Lauder Pure Color Blush in 01 Pink Tease gives such a healthy flush to the cheeks, and I find that it's perfect for date night or for everyday, just to give you a healthier look. Okay, cheeks and contour done. Time for highlight. I'm using the Kylie Jenner highlighter in French Vanilla. When my sister Trina gave this to me, I freaked out. I absolutely love Kylie Jenner. I love her makeup line. I don't care what people say. Kylie, you my girl. I love you. High points of my face, tip of my nose, and on my Cupid's bow. Alright, now that highlight is done, we're just going to do a simple eyeshadow look, and for that I'm going to be using my Naked palette. This is the original Naked palette. It's the only one I own. I love it. I can create so many looks with just this one palette. With a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush, I'm just going to take the shade Naked. It's this soft, cool-toned brown, and I'm just going to dust that all over my lids. And for my crease color, I'm just going to use the same brush and dip it in the shade Buck, which is a darker brown. It looks really good for the crease. The clean, fluffy brush, I'm just going to run it through my crease and blend everything together. Now with that same fluffy brush, I'm going to dip it into my highlighter, put some highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes. I feel like when you put highlighter in the inner corners of your eyes, it just brightens up your eyes and makes you look that much more glowy, I think. And especially since my eyes are quite close together, putting highlighter in the inner corners helps make them look a little bit farther apart. Now it's time for eyebrows, the most important part. I'm going to use a spoolie and just comb through my brows first to try to figure out what shape and state they're in. My trusty Forever 21 angle brush, I'm going to be dipping it into this amazing brow powder. This was actually sent to me by Carrie Ann Lim over on Instagram, so thank you, Carrie Ann. It is the famous brow stamp. The thing with me is my brows are thick but they're short, so I don't really get along with the stamp part, but the powder of this is just amazing, and I love using it to fill in my brows. I like using brow powder for the front of my brows because it gives a softer effect and it doesn't look so harsh despite it being filled in. Because my eyebrows are so short, I'm going to go in with an eyebrow pencil. This is by Etude House. It's their drawing eyebrow pencil. I love this. I always get it in Korea because it's so much cheaper. But you can get it here in Etude as well. It's very affordable. And I'm just going to extend the length of my eyebrows. That's one eyebrow done. Now I'm just going to seal it all with the Maybelline Fashion Brow in dark brown. Love this stuff. Super affordable. And it adds fibers into your eyebrows, so it makes your eyebrows look a little bit bushier, which I like. I think it's important to remember that eyebrows are sisters and they're not twins. If you can't seem to get them identical, that's okay. I'm always so genuinely amazed at how much a face can transform just by having eyebrows on. I can't not curl my eyelashes because they're very fine and they grow straight down. So I really need to curl them so that when I put on the mascara, my eyelashes look like eyelashes and not twigs that are just like sticking out. For mascara, I'm going to be using my favorite drugstore mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Waterproof. If you have lashes that point straight down like I do, it's really important to use waterproof mascaras, and this one is so good. I've read reviews that it's supposedly like a dupe for the Benefit Roller Lash. I have yet to try that, so I can't really tell you if it's a dupe. I can't bring myself to spend a lot on a mascara because I feel like if you're gonna throw it out in like 3 or 4 months, then you might as well just get one from the drugstore. There are a lot of brands that carry different kinds of mascaras depending on what you need. And I find that the Maybelline mascaras are always a winner. They always make my lashes look amazing. For an everyday lip, I love using nudes or soft pinks, and this one is my current go-to. It's by Slay Colors, and it's in the shade Antoinette. It's beautiful. It's a locally made lipstick, and it's just the perfect pinky mauve for every day. There you guys have it, my super simple makeup look using foundation. I know it's very different from my no foundation routine, but I figured I'd share with you guys what I do when I have to use foundation. It's the perfect makeup look if you've got a date, or if you've got an event, or if you just want to put a little bit more makeup on than usual. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!